So, my husband and I bought an old house and it was really junky and spent a couple of days cleaning it out. And then the next day we started plastering. And then the next day, he's like, hey, let's take this old swamp cooler out of the window, this window unit out because it's freezing the house. It's winter here in Utah. And so I put some gloves on. We went out there and someone had left the water on it, hadn't turned it off, and the bottom of the swamp cooler was frozen with 2 or 3 inches of ice. And then when that came out, there was a whole layer of muck. And so we cleaned that out, took the swamp cooler down. I don't know if you've ever done a box of plaster, but it comes in a plastic bag and you dump it out into a bucket. So we dumped it out and the mud stuck to the plastic bag and I got plaster all over my hands and went and washed my hands. And I realized that my wedding ring was missing. And this was a ring that my dad gave my mom when my mom was 16. I was so shocked. I thought, how can I even begin looking for this ring? It really felt like I can't even pray about this because usually when I pray, I'm like, okay, I have kind of an idea or whatever, but this had been days and I had no idea when it had gone missing. So I kind of wandered around a little bit in shock. I was just like, so sad. Finally, I just said, okay, Lord, if this ring could be found, if the ring is not at the dump, in the dump trailer, would you please help me find it? And it was the weirdest feeling of praying because I didn't even feel like asking, but because I just knew that it wasn't going to be around. You know, it was kind of like one of those prayers where you just say it in your head and walked out of whatever room I was in, went upstairs, started plastering. And I remembered all of a sudden that when I was taking my gloves off after we had demucked the swamp cooler, that the glove felt weird. It felt stiff in the end of one of the fingers. They were stiff leather gloves anyway, but they got all wet when I was getting the ice out and the water and the muck. And I just thought, wait a minute, why was that stiff? I stopped plastering. I went back down and I picked up my gloves and I felt around to feel the finger where it was stiff and picked that glove up and dumped and emptied it out. And there was my ring. And, like, it was so amazing. Like, just because of all my what ifs, like it could be anywhere over so many days. The thing that I got out of it, it was that I just asked for the ring and God's like, oh, I got you. Just go look in your gloves. That's basically what happened. And I really did not have any faith. It was kind of like he was nudging me, just ask me. So I just want to say shout out to God for giving me my mom's ring back. My mom just passed away in August, so it's pretty sentimental.
Thank you for listening to this Faith Bomb. We need your Faith Bomb.
Email us at onedroppodcast@gmail.com and we will send you instructions on how you can participate.
Thank you.